Dalma Callado is a Brazilian model from 1980s. The 1980s was possibly the boldest decade in modern fashion history. A magical era of over-the-top silhouettes, teased perms and saturated colors. They were the years of puffed shoulders and power suits, flashy skirts and spandex leggings, velour, leg warmers and voluminous parachute pants. Before the stock market crash of 1987, the world was getting richer and our wardrobes filled with overt displays of wealth. Christian Dior's bold, theatrical designs, Azzedine Alaïa's figure-clinging dresses and Thierry Mugler's angular shoulders. Japanese designers like Yohji Yamamoto and Comme des Garçons Rei Kawakubo embodied a new cool, adding sculptural shapes into the mix. They became coveted names among tastemakers and played a major role in defining black as the ultimate color. As Yamamoto once said, "Black can swallow light, or make things look sharp. But above all, black says this: I don't bother you, don't bother me." Talking about Dalma Callado, she achieved international fame and became a top model with a Latin biotype and a unique way of walking. Ultra requested, she walked the Milan-Paris-New York circuit and was featured in the biggest magazines of the time, paving the way for other models such as Beth Prado, Betty Largo, and Giselle Zelawi. She was an exclusive model for Christian Dior and one of designer Valentino's favorites. She ended her successful career in 1991, after an apotheosis at a Chanel Haute Couture fashion show. Her career as a model began at the age of 15, discovered by photographer Milton Ferraz, but success came by chance. Taken by a friend to meet photographer Luis Tripoli, she did a photo shoot for Claudia, which would become her first cover. Shortly afterwards, at the age of 19, she decided to go to France on her own to try her luck, since the Brazilian market in the 1970s was only open to blondes with blue eyes. Years later, she was already the first Brazilian model to be successful in Europe and the United States, and was voted the best in the world by the Council of Fashion Designers of America in 1986. After 30 years away from Brazil, Dalma decided to return to live in the country with her son, the fruit of her marriage to an Italian man. The fashion in the 1980s was possibly the boldest decade in the fashion era. From the popularity in designer labels to aerobic fashion, we all remember the impact of this incredibly nostalgic fashion time. And we should remember such beautiful women like Dalma, who had a profound influence on the concept of beauty in those days.